Tell you what, Joel Osego, doesn't JG Company just sound awesome?
They do. They sound wonderful.
Don't they just sound wonderful? Now, I'll tell you, you're a proud dad of one of the members here of JG Company.
That hasn't been proven.
Now, come on over here. We're actually live to the world. Get over here, Joel Osego. The folks at home want to hear from you. This is Joel Osego. Those who have never seen him in the flesh, this is what he looks like. He's the guy who signs my paycheck, if you want to call it that. And, Joel, you are a really proud guy here.
Just like Oprah, you're fired, and you're fired, and you're fired.
The greatest Christmas gift you could have given me, Joel. Thank you.
You get a pink slip, man.
Everybody gets a pink slip today. What did you ask me again?
Oh, I was just talking about what a proud dad you are of this young lady over here. We've got Pamela Osego. And Pamela, you are a senior this year, right?
Yes, I'm a senior.
Okay, so what are we thinking about for after this is all said and done?
Well, I'm thinking about going to either Kent State or Bowling Green State University and getting my degree in marketing.
Hey, listen to me. Either choice is fantastic. I'm an OU guy, but it's all about back in the MAC, baby, and that's what you're doing. Either Kent State, Bowling Green, can't go wrong with either one. You're going to get a fantastic education.
Well, thank you very much.
Listen to nothing that guy tells you. That's what I have to say.
I've learned that over the years.
So have we. Everybody who works underneath his aegis, we all do not listen to a word he says.
Correct, yes.
Just ask him. He would absolutely back that up.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Because, if we did everything he said, God only knows where this place would be, probably 6 feet under. So with that being the case, Melinda, we're going to come back over. We want to talk to you. We're going to hear 4 more songs from you. And what are the first 3? I know we got a little surprise for the last one, but what are the first 3?
So we're doing Ding-a-Ding-a-Ding, Mary Mary, We Three Kings, and then White Winter Hymnal. Our last one is a tune by Pentatonics. Many of you know that group. So it involves hand clapping and rhythm, so I think you'll enjoy it.
Absolutely, we will, folks. This is it. This is the finale. This is the encore of the 96 FM Christmas show live from the Cambridge Classic Ford showroom. Without further ado, the JG Company. The JG Company rocking it here on the 96 FM Christmas show, and I know you guys have one more for us, but before we get to that particular song, I know that you guys have your annual tradition of going to Easton tonight, is that correct?
We do. We are singing tonight at 6:30 in front of the big tree by the Cheesecake Factory. So we would love for you all to come and join us.
That would be an awesome thing to see, and from what I understand, it was last week that you went up to the Q and sang before the Cavs game?
Yes, that was definitely the highlight of this season for us. We just, this past Saturday, went up to the Quicken Loans Arena and we sang for the Cleveland Cavaliers game, and it was a wonderful experience.
Well, that sounds to me like a really cool experience, Melinda, and how did that come about? How did you get asked to do that?
Well, it's been a 3-year process. So I applied for 3 years, and then we had to send in a video of them singing the national anthem, and they got selected to do this. So this has been a wonderful group of kids. They've been performing almost every week, but that was definitely the highlight of this year for me, too.
Did you guys get to meet LeBron?
I wish. We were close to him. He heard us. He was standing near us, but I didn't get to meet him.
Well, listen, if it had been 2 years ago, LeBron obviously forgot who John Glenn is, because those of you at home who have forgotten, John Glenn kind of took down his beloved St. Vincent St. Mary a couple of years ago for that thing they called the state championship. So I'm just saying, LeBron obviously forgot who you are. You should have gone and been like, so how about them Muskies? How about that 15 season? Yeah, you should have done that. You should have talked a little smack to LeBron, because I'm sure that totally would have impacted his life.
Absolutely agreed.
Yeah, absolutely. He hasn't heard smack talk till he's heard the John Glenn smack talk.
Absolutely agreed.
So, you got one last one for us. What's it called?
This is called White Winter Hymnal. So I think you'll enjoy this. Like I said, there's body percussion, and so we're going to bring those 4 people down, and we'll end with this. Thank you so much for having us.
Hey, thank you so much for coming back this year. Hope to keep this thing going. This has been a great tradition. Thank you very much for coming out, Melinda, and the John Glenn Company, the JG Company, and we have one last one for them here on 96 FM.
I was following the eye, was following the eye, was following the eye, was following the eye, was following the
The JG Company wrapping up the 96 FM Christmas show. Guys, I got to tell you, that whole little percussion part reminds me of Anna Kendrick's Cups. I just got to say, that's kind of what that reminded me of. That was awesome. Well, Linda, thank you again for having these guys out here. We really appreciate the fact that you were able to close out our show. Break a leg tonight in Easton, not literally, but there's no ice out there, so you probably shouldn't have too much problem not breaking a leg, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, have a fun time out there. It sounds like it's going to be a great time underneath the big tree. Folks, those of you at home who have tuned in via YRP TV on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. And everybody who's just been able to listen by the radio, we appreciate you as well. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This is not the last time you're going to hear from me before Christmas and New Year, but I figure it's never too early to say happy holidays to you. So I will be back at it tomorrow morning at 6 for another edition of That Morning Show right here on 96 FM.